hit go live a little too soon. I didn't have all my stuff set up. I don't have the little tripod legs on the gimbal, so I can't really set this down very well. That was poor planning on my part. Alright, now let's get my backpack put all back together. I was hoping to use my old cell phone for keeping track of chat during the live stream. Unfortunately, I pulled it out and the battery was dead, so that was a no-go. Hey, Jenna. Alright, let's make sure I don't drop anything. There we go. Hey, Jody. Sorry about that. So I took the train out to Golden. I was going to just take it partway to Golden and ride up to Fish Den, one of the local aquarium stores. But I decided to, since it was such nice weather, I'd come into Golden and ride from there. Haven't been out here in a little while now. Not quite a year. I think I live streamed the last time I was out here. I was thinking about going up Lookout Mountain, but I decided I really wanted to get some fish food from Fish Den. So, nixed that idea. And let's see, this is Lookout Mountain right there. Where the radio towers are, that's Buffalo Bill's grave right up there at the top of Lookout Mountain. And I don't know whether you guys can make out the road switching back and forth across the hill there. I forgot to hook my chin strap. That's not good. Thankfully, these Bell helmets, the chin straps are magnetic. Very easy to click together and unclick with one hand. It is super nice weather. It was almost 80 degrees today, or at least up at our house anyway. A little chillier here, but not terrible. The only bad part is I'm smelling somebody's grilled chicken. Or not chicken, hamburgers. Oh, traffic jam. Hello. Hey, 3G. I've only ridden my largest wheel up Lookout Mountain. I've never had this one up there. This one wouldn't keep up with traffic. At least most traffic. Some tourists take their time and go rather slow. But my largest wheel goes fast enough to pass most traffic. I wouldn't do that right now. The early spring, still lots of gravel and sand from the snow mitigation. So they'll use sand and gravel with mag chloride to deal with traction when it snows. Sand and gravel on just a couple wheels, or one wheel in this case, is pretty terrible. My worst bike accident ever was a result of hitting a patch of gravel on that very mountain. Come on my way down. There's still a couple of microbreweries here that I haven't tried yet. I keep meaning to. Nice. Some dinosaur. Triceratops Trail. There's the Buffalo Bills Museum. So that's the start of the Lookout Mountain climb. Yes, it is. Very mean, especially when you're on a skinny tire road racing bike. Nice. Where's your store, Shannon? Let's see. Oh, thank you. Trying to see where Google's trying to send me, and he's giving me a break to go. Oh, nice. Yeah, probably not going to make it there on this. So you got the Colorado School of Mines down here. It's a pretty good engineering school from what I understand. Had a friend that was a postdoc there, working in their radiology lab. He ended up moving out to Cambridge and transitioning his program over to MIT. That was years ago. Had this little brown mutt he called their found brown hound that hated other dogs. We went kayaking out in Glenwood Canyon. They were camping in a tent, and somebody's dog came by, and Scouter, the found brown hound, went charging after the other dog and bounced off the netting in the door. Sugarloafing Campground? Where is that? Do you remember? It's great in Colorado right now. It's in the mid-70s. I was supposed to get up to 78 or 79 up in Erie where I live. Looks like I got a track meet and a softball or a baseball game going on. Or I guess baseball practice, but they're in uniform, so I'm assuming they're going to have a game soon. So this hill here, not sure if it's this curb, and I'm just going to focus on my finger, this curb here or just under the M. They do hang gliding and paragliding off of there. And we're just about at Clear Creek. and the Clear Creek Whitewater Park. My favorite place to kayak here in the Front Range, back when I used to kayak. There's the RV parked next to it. Let's see if we can get a good view from up here. So this is the top end of the Whitewater Park. Put in right here. And the first little rapid. We don't have the spring runoff yet, so the water is really low. Oh, not sure. Oh, Fish Den is going to close within 1 hour when I arrive. Let's see if I can not fall flat on my face with Zinger not here. Wouldn't want her to miss that. Somebody fishing. This may be pretty crowded here once I get down on the main trail. With this weather, I'm sure there's lots of people here today. Although it's not looking too bad down there right now. Yeah, yes, it is beautiful. This is definitely one of my favorite places in Colorado, at least in the Front Range anyway. Mostly because I won my first race on the bike up there, on top of that mesa there. And I used to kayak here all the time. I haven't looked to see what the rest of the week's weather is going to be. Yeah. Got a 2-man drum circle going over there. Colorado hippies. And here's one of the last rapids. The takeout is just on the other side of this bridge here. What are you beeping at, phone? Yeah. There's a really good beer garden over to the right up here. Not going to stop there either right now. Coors Brewing Company is their headquarters are over here to the left, and then the brewery proper is we're going to go by on the right. All of this stuff along here is new from when I used to hang out here.
Are we in it?
They definitely built up a lot around here. Oh, no, maybe. Is that the beer garden? No, I guess I was wrong. This is the beer garden right there. Really good beer garden. Got several different little food bays in there. It's like a food court. Oh, nice. Funny dog. There's a pretty decent burger joint right there, and a microbrewery right next door. I was looking things up the other day, and I guess there's 170 different breweries in and around Denver. The geese have started to nest down. I haven't seen any goslings yet, but it's still really early in the season. Alright. Test ride an electric bike. Gonna turn right onto 10th Street. Thought I usually would cross over 10th Street there. So hopefully the wind isn't too bad. So yeah, here's Coors if you want piss water beer. There's where you can get it. I suspect chat has frozen on me again. Let me no. Alright. Molson Coors Brewing Materials, Golden Warehouse. Nice. I wonder why Google had me come this way instead of going up over to the bike path. Kind of like the bike path better. Might get to see the Railroad Museum better from this stretch. More Molson Coors. It's absolutely massive. Looks like a prison. Yeah, I'd really rather be on the bike path than no shoulder here. I think I can get to the bike path. Maybe. I think there's a private driveway coming up that'll let me onto the bike path. Will that one take me there? No, that's not the one. That one's all gated off. I might have already passed the private drive I'm thinking of. That would suck. Hey, Zenger. Just rolling out of Golden, heading towards a local fish store. Passing by more of Coors Piss Water Company. Alright. Let's see if this is the drive I'm thinking of. Kind of think it is. Clear back. Yes, here we go. Get me off that street with no shoulder. There we go. Exactly. Gotta save the faceplant for Zenger. go to sleep till after daylight. That used to be my normal schedule. Work until about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Go shower, get dressed, go out dancing. Go to Denny's to sober up and drive home just in time to watch the sunrise. No way in hell I could do that now. It was a bit of a culture shock coming out here where nothing really gets started until 11:30, midnight, somewhere in there, and then everything closes up at 2. In Florida, everything has to close for at least 1 hour, and then they can reopen. And that's the only rules. So you could go out until whichever bar you're at closed. You go to the next bar, or in my case, go to Denny's. Course central receiving. So I think the Railroad Museum is somewhere past the silos over there. If I remember correctly, which is not likely. Yeah, you can get in all kinds of troubles being alone with your thoughts, especially in the middle of the night when you're exhausted. You should just live stream so you're not alone. Colorado Railroad Museum, exit number 3. Should have my hand mirror on. I'm keeping my helmet tilted back so I'm not scratching the mic on my chin, but that means I can't see my helmet mounted mirror. So I'm going fast enough. Most people aren't gonna be coming up from behind me. Let me see if I can get this adjusted so I can see it from here. Yeah, it's better. There you go. 4 a.m. Pick up a stream right at bedtime. So I'm definitely not going to see the Railroad Museum from the direction we're going. It's on the other side of 52 there. That's the highway I was just riding along. Hey, Nancy. No, haven't tripped yet. I tried. I went through some rocky area. She's the only one crazy enough to be up at that hour. Can't see it from here. Oop. Knocking the joystick around on the gimbal. Somewhere over on that side is the Railroad Museum. I like these little sections that go through the woods. Oh, there's marsh back there. Yep, I've off-roaded on the EUC for about 3 feet. I'm sure this is already super shaky cam even with the gimbal. If I do take it off-road, it's really going to be shaky cam. Nice. So the blue one's the last you got left, or? And how many total did you get so far? Somebody's walking their weasel. Out of the hundreds of Cory eggs I pulled last week or so, I only got 9 fry out of them. Almost all of the rest, if not all of them, were non-viable. I pulled another 10 or so, and none of those hatched. I've got another clutch of about 50 that I just pulled. We'll see if any of those hatch. I've still got 7 of the 9 Corys, at least as of last night. Nice. Thankfully, you probably have the tank space for that many. So far, I've managed to raise 4 to at least adolescents. I've got 2 that are big enough that I've moved them to the 90-gallon, and I got 2 more still in the grow-out tank. I'm hoping I can get at least a couple more out of the 9, and it would be nice to see some hatch out of this most recent clutch. Crossing over Clear Creek again. Probably not going to catch a bald eagle sitting out on ice this trip. Did I come all the way into Boulder on that or Golden on that trip? I don't remember. When I passed by a little pond that had a bald eagle sitting out on the middle on the ice. Yeah, I'm hoping so too. Not being home nearly as much makes it very difficult to raise fry. My auto fry feeder setup is not compatible with the wife in the same room, so I can't really use that. These are some cool looking ducks. Oh, see if they don't fly off. And see if I can zoom in. There we go. Nice. Yeah, I've got quite a few killifish fry, the 6-band killifish, the ones I got off of crap, now I'm drawing a blank on her name. Anyway, I'm thinking of, since I have so many adults in the little 17-gallon tank, I'm thinking of maybe selling the 6 or 7 I have in the grow out tank in the auction. But that would require me to bag that crap up and ship it, which sucks. I don't want to do that. I think I have, well, I know I have bags, and I think I have an ammonia pad that I could cut up and put in with them. No, it is not. But I found a really cheap heat sealer recently. Maybe I'll end up getting one of those. And if I can find some of the little canned oxygen that doesn't have the stupid flavoring in it. For less than $20, the heat sealer, even if it only works the one time, isn't terrible. I mean, it's not great. I hate buying stuff that's not going to last, but I also hate buying things that I'm not going to use. You can come down here and bag up my fish. That would be better. And back across Clear Creek. More yucks. Oh, and cormorant, I think, or an anahinga. I can never remember the difference. I'm taking his little nesting material over to their little island. There you go. No, I'm just gonna order Grubhub and have Matt deliver them to her. A whole bunch of nests up there on those 2 little dead trees. Yeah, let's stop and enjoy the birds. Or the government spy devices, I mean. Let's see if we can zoom in here. Look at them all. With super shaky cam. Boy, zoomed in that far. Even the gimbal doesn't really help much, does it? Let's see if I can zoom out just a little bit. Doesn't help that much. And this is Tabor Lake. I think we're in Lakewood at the moment. Might be in Wheat Ridge. I don't know where the boundaries are for the little for the various cities that make up the sprawl. I bet there's some good fishing in that lake. Should have stayed on the other side. There's some off-roading I could have done over there. And I forget this pond's name. Prospect Lake. More of Clear Creek. Gonna follow Clear Creek for most of the way. I need to put a card in my spokes so this thing makes some noise for people. I gotta try to get some green water again. All my purposeful attempts at getting green water have failed miserably, but I did manage to turn my 90-gallon in the whole 90 gallons into full dark green water. That was fun. Hey, joy of fish keeping. Actually, I can, come to think of it, this thing does have a speaker on it. See if I can demonetize my non-monetized stream. Let's see how my other phone is doing charge-wise. It should be pretty full by now. That battery I have it plugged into does PD power delivery 3.2 or something like that, up to 100 watt output. I don't know whether I still have any of my music on the phone or not though. Yeah, it's 84%. Let's give it a go. I've got a wrist mount for the phone somewhere. I very briefly looked for it one of the mornings this week. I can't remember where I put it, it was morning, so I needed to get to work. Didn't have a whole lot of time to look. Alright. Old phone is booting up. So I was trying to, playing with the parameters, trying to get my hardness up a little bit and get my pH up a little bit. And I think that's what caused it. I think that's what gave me the green water. I don't know how loud I can get the speaker, but I don't really want to blast it because people are out here enjoying nature. It's kind of rude to blast your music while they're doing that. Back across Clear Creek. Hello, George. Talk to you in a bit. My old phone wants to update. Let's see if I can get Bluetooth connected to my wheel. Oh, here's somebody else on a wheel, on a bigger wheel. Didn't catch what wheel that was. King Song Music. There we go. Pairing repair. Now, see if I can find my music. So on our Eastgate group rides ride into Golden, this little park here is where we start from. They tend to go considerably faster. I took a long time to get to this. Boccherini, I can blast some classical music at people. Tchaikovsky, let's get out of there. Yeah, I think I need to cross the street. I do not like that. There's no way to get up on the sidewalk on the other side except for this street here. This is a pretty busy street. Kipling Street. There's a good I think it's up just a few blocks up this way, called Larson's. They sell, well, this time of year they're probably starting to bring out their summer sports equipment, so there'll be kayaks and paddle boards, stand-up paddle boards, things like that. They're the only place I know in the area to get kiteboarding, kites and boards. They were the only place to get windsurfing equipment around here. I think they still sell some, but windsurfing is kind of a dying sport. I bet they have wing sails now, since that's kind of what's taking over in place of kiteboarding. This is going to be fun. Stand out here in the middle of traffic. Hey, Cheryl. Oh, did I miss Nancy leaving? Have fun, Nancy, if you're still here. Let's see. Butthole Surfers, Cocteau Twins, Frontline Assembly, Leather Strip. Oh, Words of Acid. That would go well on the trails. Not a whole lot of space there. Oh. Man, that sucked. They really need a overpass or underpass there. Ah, damn. There's a reptile shop right there. Huh. Wasn't paying enough attention. Let's play And You Know Us by the Trail of the Dead. Yeah, I have to crouch down to hear it. Sharp, sharp, sharp right. They're only very, very small speakers. Let's turn it back up again. Let's see if I have a louder song. Maybe it's just this song is quiet. Yeah. Not really going to be practical. But I should be able to tune into my stream with this now. Maybe I can do a better job of reading chat. I am offline. I don't have auto reconnect set up on my hotspot. To cross at Kipling. Huh. Come on. Apparently my hotspot doesn't have a good connection because YouTube is not loading. I really need a case on this phone for this. I don't know that a snake would appreciate me wearing it on the ride home. And while my wife is fine with reptiles and snakes, I don't think she would appreciate us having one now. If I got anything, it'd be some kind of lizard. Snakes is how she managed to talk her mother into letting her get a cat when she was young. She asked for a cat. Her mother said hell no. A little while later, she asked for a snake, and she got a cat. Her mother really doesn't like snakes. Welcome back, George. Glad your power's back on. She and her ex-husband used to have a very large iguana. So hard to read this chat. Nice. Yeah, in high school I had a 5-foot-long red-tailed boa. She was gorgeous. Unfortunately, she did have one pretty bad scar on her head where a mouse got her. But really, really pretty markings. I had 20 pounds of weight on the lid, and she still managed to push her way out. Unfortunately, she pushed her way out when we were not home and found her way out of the house and never saw her again. So I very well may have contributed to the exotic species in South Florida problem. Thankfully, I haven't heard of them having problems with red-tailed boas down there. The problem is mostly with pythons. I think they're mostly Burmese pythons. And all of those came about after Hurricane Andrew. That's where we got all the parrots, the flocks of parrots down there from. Somebody got their dirt bike out across the way. If that thing is still alive, she is quite old at this point. I did say high school. High school for me was a minute or two ago. she's snacking on the few Florida panther that are left. Yeah, I don't know. I doubt she survived very long. I can't remember if we had rescued the possum and she had already escaped by then or not. But she lived under our house after she escaped from her cage, and brought her children by pretty regularly. And I'm pretty sure the possum and the children would not have stuck around very long with her around. Who knows? There was a relatively small gator living in that lake, maybe 5 feet at tops, probably shorter than that, I don't remember. Maybe she got it. I don't think a 5-foot boa can take down a 5-foot gator, unfortunately. Towards Otis Street. Gonna go by the Damn Cat Street. So I think I'm getting pretty close to where I'm gonna turn off the trail to head to the LFS fish den. It's one place I know that carries Hikari foods, the Hikari dry foods. Right towards Otis Street. And I'm getting low on my bottom feeders food, since I've been just blasting the tank with food, with bottom food for the cories. Not going to get to go by Lowell Lakes. A really good bass fishing and pan fishing spot. Alright, take a right on West 48th. Highway 7 is all, or Highway 70 is all backed up. That's it, right there. All right, right on 48th, left on Pierce. This is a new route. Never took these streets when I used to ride into work 20 years ago, 20 some odd years ago. Alright, we're going to go to 41st Street. I think that's the street that Fish Den is on. Still just a little bit east of us. Pre-act? What's a pre-act? Did I miss June come in? I must have. Hi, June. Dog training, front range canine, rhubarb, geraniums. Oh, safe driving. Thanks for coming to enjoy fish keeping. Oh, ACTs. Okay. Oh, God. Wasn't paying attention to the light. Yeah, I don't remember what a good score on the ACTs were. Again, high school was a minute ago. Alright, gonna take a left at the light. Playing in traffic. 1 mile on 31st Avenue. Nope, there's Otis Street again. Somebody saying hi? So getting pretty close to the shop. I believe anyway. Somebody's cooking dinner, making me hungry. I definitely don't remember what I made on mine. I can't even remember whether I took the SAT or the ACT. Southwest Gardens, another little garden center. I dropped out my second year of college. I think I had about the same GPA. It really pissed off my high school teachers when they learned that I made Dean's List when I barely graduated high school. My name's Charlie. Charles, Chuck, Chuckers, Chaz, Chuckles, Jackass, Asshole, many other things. So I just barely graduated high school. I had exactly enough points to graduate. I had a solid D pretty much throughout. Monster mushroom. It's a nice place to stop. Anyway, I think I needed to turn left there, or turn left here. Oh, it's going to send me through an alley. So yeah, just barely graduated high school with an honors in art. Not sure how that worked out. My printmaking teacher hated me. I barely passed that class, but all my other classes, especially photography, I flew through those. Teacher's pet. Had keys to the dark room that I totally did not take advantage of after school hours or anything. Nope, not once. Yep. There's Fish Den. Right there with all their tubs out front. No, you're right, Zen. I was an angel. Still am an angel. So, gonna end the live stream here while I pick up some fish food. Dee Dee's store? Fish Den? Yeah. So, thank you for coming out and joining me. I'm gonna end the stream now, and I'll see you on the streams later.